Hi, this is Michelle Gingras, clarinet professor at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Today, I would like to talk to you about work ethics and job retention in the field of music. During their time in school, music students often learn about how to get the job and how to win interviews. However, do they really learn what to do after they get the job? Although we musicians don't really see ourselves as employees as such, I think it would be a good idea for us to borrow ideas from the corporate world to improve our situation in our jobs. I'd like to share with you a few tips on how to be indispensable at your workplace, your orchestra, or your school. First, of course, you'll need to work hard and master your job. Also follow the correct procedure, and naturally, a little luck won't hurt. A really important quality to have in any type of work situation is flexibility. Countless self-help books about job performance and work ethics keep telling us to have the ability to anticipate change. People who have the ability to anticipate change usually adapt very easily to new situations and do so with a positive attitude. It's important to recognize that anyone is replaceable, and therefore, being flexible will give us the tools to not only stay afloat, but to be the creator of new things to come. A great book on the subject is called Who Moved My Cheese? An Amazing Way to Deal with Change in Your Work and in Your Life by Spencer Johnson. It's a #1 seller, and I recommend it very strongly. Another way to be indispensable at work is to have the attitude that you actually earn your job every day. By earning your job every day, you become a valuable asset to your employer. Act as though you own the place or the organization or the orchestra or the school that you work for. Work as if all stakes were on your shoulders. Instead of working for the school or group, be the school or group. Be the ideal employee on and off the job. Offer help before it is requested, or volunteer for unpopular tasks or committees. Be dependable. Do what you say you'll do. Show up on time and deliver the goods. Maintain positive relationships with the staff, your colleagues, and of course your employer. Acknowledge the efforts of others, and this way you'll earn their trust and respect. Watch your reputation. Keep personal relationships private, and don't do or say anything you might regret in the workplace, work-related trips, or functions. Figure out what your special talent is. Find out what you excel in so you can offer something special. Know how to fail at something, because really, failing is not being a failure. Every great person in history failed many times before being successful. And most of all, learn from your mistakes. They are a great teaching tool. You know, criticism is okay. The only people who don't get criticized are the ones who do nothing and stay in the shadows. Expect criticism and move on. Just see it coming and learn from it. Most importantly, respond positively to criticism and thank the person who is offering insight. Learn to distinguish good from bad criticism, and learn to give insight in a constructive way when it's your turn. Learn to take risks. Sometimes it can be a good thing to challenge outdated procedures or pedagogical concepts. Remember that perseverance leads to dreams realized. If you want it, you can usually make it come true. Visualize the successful result. Keep your eyes on the prize and announce the result of your efforts when things are done, rather than revealing each strategy of your project. Patience will pay off. Focus on one thing at a time, or at least on very few things at one time. Set short-term goals for yourself and write them down. One by one, check those things off of your list as they get done. Keep a positive attitude even when facing setbacks in your projects. Remember to keep track of your accomplishments for future reference. Stay happy. Famous writer Dale Carnegie says, "Happiness doesn't depend on who you are or what you have, but on what you think." I also like what author Neil Whitten has to say. He says, happiness is a state of mind, regardless of outer circumstances. One thing that helps staying happy is to not count on being in control all the time. Also, focus on solutions rather than obstacles. It's always a good thing to remember that you can still be happy while experiencing painful emotions. And lastly, accept situations and learn to adapt to them. Expect to succeed. If you expect to fail, you will. If you expect to succeed, you will. Dress in terms of the position you want, not the one you have already. Problem solving. Never disclose a problem without offering a solution. A good thing to do is to create to-do lists to solve problems. Try to solve the problem before going to the employer. In other words, be low maintenance. Other people's success. Show appreciation to colleagues for a job well done. Share the success. After all, praise costs nothing. Remember to praise in public, but to criticize in private. When you praise colleagues, they will remember your support. Remember to give credit where credit is due. Be considerate and courteous at all times. Work well in a team and share accolades with others. Be passionate about your job. Employers seek passion in their employees, not just during the interview, but for the long haul. They like to find out things about you, for example, things you did in high school, and if you did these things with passion. Employers even look at how you eat or speak or walk to see if you're passionate. Employers estimate that people with passion give more to their jobs than the majority of people. Vision. Create a vision of how you see yourself in a few years and write it down. Formulate a plan of action for your career and implement your plan of action. Share your goals with trusted friends, and very importantly, be accountable for your goals. Get a mentor. Find an experienced senior colleague you trust who has a large network. Don't hesitate to ask for advice. Discuss your career goals with your mentor and plan your strategy. Time management. As I mentioned a little earlier, it's always a good idea to make to-do lists and cross out items when they're done. Be conscious about managing your time. Focus on one thing at a time. Create a time-saving file retrieving system. Get rid of the clutter on a daily basis. This could be in your office or your practice room or your teaching studio. When you plan your day, and your day includes trips here and there, make sure to plan your trips to accomplish multiple purposes. And most of all, don't procrastinate. No use putting off tomorrow what can be done today. Here are a few tips about controlling your time. If you have an office, or a practice room, or a teaching studio, close your door when you can. Avoid the regular lunch crowd scene. Use your hallway time very wisely. The items I just mentioned, like closing your door when you can, and avoiding the regular lunch crowd scene, and using your hallway time wisely, all of these things will help you meet deadlines more easily and not waste time during your day. Learn how to say no sometimes, or even delegate. Or better yet, offer alternate recommendations. Don't commit blindly. Never accept commitments without writing them down in your calendar, because if you forget them, this is where the real trouble starts. Stay clear of politics. Keep cordial at all times, no matter what. Solve problems in a positive way. Stop conflicts before they start. Be open to change. Be a good and fun team player. Do benchmarking. Recover from setbacks, and treat others as you would want to be treated. Be a good listener. Take the time to listen silently. Don't look away. Give nods to show understanding. Don't change the subject, and don't interrupt. A great way to learn is to listen. Leave your ego at the door. Be willing to help. It will always come back to you. Ask for help or find a mentor. Admit when you are wrong immediately. Go out there and make your boss or your principal or your chair or your conductor look good to ensure the group's success. Improving your skills. Seek on-the-job training opportunities or take classes. Read professional journals. Attend conferences. Join professional societies and invite special speakers to learn from them. There's always something to learn, no matter what level we are. Stay up to date with your discipline, and especially technology related to it. Success just doesn't happen. Things like merit or professional potential and seniority does not guarantee promotions or better jobs. Make sure to remain focused on your long-term goals. Maintain your integrity, your confidence, and keep up your efforts. Extra tips. Keep a good sense of humor. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Be proactive and creative. And read self-improvement books. On this page, you can see a list of books that I put together. Some of these books focus on self-improvement as a person, for example, the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff series by Richard Carlson. I find his books to be a perfect first step to develop a good attitude at work, which can lead to better productivity and job satisfaction. And of course, I made sure to put my favorite book in there, Who Moved My Cheese? An amazing way to deal with change in your work and in your life. This book deals with how to deal with change, how to see it coming, and adapt to it quickly. I also put 2 books on how to be an indispensable employee. The first one is Becoming an Indispensable Employee in a Disposable World by Neil Whitten. Another one is How to Be the Employee Your Company Can't Live Without. 18 Ways to Become Indispensable by Glenn Shepard. I also put in this list a book that deals with any aspect of your career beyond talent. So the title is Beyond Talent, Creating a Successful Career in Music by Angela Miles Beecham. Now, all the books that I put on this list are easily found online. I suggest finding those books online because some of them are used and are not written so recently, so it's a good idea to go to a site such as Amazon.com to find older books. Some of the books are also available in audio format. I hope that these tips can offer ideas to those who are happily embarking on a new career or seeking to enter a job market in the near future. Good luck!